Good. Hello everyone. I am Neha Thakur. Today I am going to explain you a very important topic of VLSI or integrated circuit subject, that is CMOS NOR implementation. So first of all we should know what is a NOR gate. So basically NOR gate means negate OR. So basically whenever you see like NAND gate, NOR gate, wherever this N is there, so it means negate. It is negating that operation or inverting that operation. So basically NOR stands for negate of OR. So OR means what? It means plus or sum of the inputs. So A plus B is your output for OR gate. So for NOR gate, the output will be A plus B whole bar, and the symbol is represented at this. When we do not use this bubble sign, it means it is OR, and with the bubble it becomes NOR. And let us look upon the truth table also. So when input A is 0, input B is 0, then the output should be 1, and when any one of the input is 1, the output will be 0. That means your NOR gate is also known as active high. Active high. Active high means what? If any one of the input is 1, then the output is 0. Now how this concept is useful? Suppose for your competitive exam or anywhere you have suppose 100 inputs NOR gate. Okay, let us say it has many multiple inputs of NOR gate. So, and you want to know what is the output. So what you can do is, if suppose you have to check of course the number of inputs. Okay, so if you see if any one of the input is 1, then actually you should not care about another inputs. Like see, for your gate exams point of view, these concepts are very important. Why? Because you might get the question, a long chain of gates is given, and for any NOR gate another inputs ABCD, out of ABCD only A is given as 1 and BCD are not given to you, and you have to find out the output. So you can straight away write the output as 0. So for NOR gate, it is also known as active high. Active high means what? If any one of the input is 1, you can get the output. What output you get? It is not necessary always that you get 1. Output will be 0 if any one of the input is 1. So this is the basic concept of the NOR gate, and now we will see the CMOS implementation. So this is your CMOS structure for the NOR gate. How we are going to get it, that I will explain you in the next topic. So here you can see this is again the truth table of the NOR gate that we are going to verify at the end of the implementation. And here if you see, I have already discussed this rules in the previous lecture of my CMOS implementation. If you have not seen that video, you can please go through it once so that you will be able to understand this one more properly. So PU and PDN, this is the pull-up network, this is the pull-down network. Pull-up network consists of PMOS, pull-down network consists of NMOS. And what are the rules for it? For input, A is, if for pull-up network, if input is A, you will write it as A bar. If input is A bar, you will write it as A. And for pull-down network, if input is A, you will write it as A bar. And if input is A, you will write it as A, and A bar will be written as A bar. And for output, of course, pull up network means Y should be 1, therefore it should be in the uncomplemented form Y. And for pull down network, it should be Y bar. Another what we can say is, when plus is there, the operation will be parallel, and if dot is there, the operation will be series. So for now this much concepts are enough for the implementation. Now let us start how to implement it. So see, you have to implement what? You have to implement y is equal to a plus b whole bar. a plus b whole bar. So see, this is one very basic concept of CMOS implementation, because you guys have to make many complex CMOS implementations as well. So I am telling you along with the topic what tricks you can apply to make your to save your time and your energy, and wasting your so much of implementation concepts also you can apply here. So what is it? If y is a plus b bar, whenever you have y output, okay, and the whole bar is there on the right hand side, what do you understand by whole bar? It means the bar is for the full equation. So it is y is equal to a plus b whole bar. Okay, so whenever y is equal to a plus b whole bar, so instead of proceeding with the equation of y, what you can do, you can make y bar both side. If I apply y bar is equal to a plus b whole bar, and y is a plus b whole bar, so y bar will be a plus b double bar. And you know that a plus b double bar or double bar cancels the bar and it gives you the original value. Similarly, you can observe as this: if suppose 0 bar means 1 and 0 double bar means again 1 bar, that is 0. So you always obtain the original term after doing the double bar. Therefore y bar is equal to a plus b. See, because you have to implement the CMOS implementation, so for implementation either you implement pull up first or pull down network first. You cannot start both the networks at the same time. So this is another thumb rule. First thumb rule is what? You have to look at the equation very carefully. If it is in terms of y and on the right hand side it is whole bar, then you can make that y as y bar and then apply the whole bar to both to the equation, and then it will become y bar, which is equal to a plus b. Now I told you that y bar is the output for what? It is the output for pull down network. So for pull down network, which type of transistor you are supposed to use? You are supposed to use NMOS. Okay, now how many NMOS should be there? It depends upon the number of inputs. You have A and B inputs, that means you will be needing 2 NMOS transistors. Now in which way these transistors will be connected? It depends upon the sign. Sign plus means OR and OR means parallel. So that means your 2 NMOS should be connected in parallel. See, if you go step by step how easily you can do it. So now let us make it. We have to make 2 NMOS. Okay, 2 NMOS in parallel, and pull down network is always connected to ground. So this will always be connected to ground and these will be the inputs. Now before writing the input, you should remember, for the pull down network the inputs does not change, they remain same. So if A is the input, you will write A as the input. If B is the input, you will write B as the input. So now this much for our pull down network is over. Now let us come to the pull up network. So now for pull up network you have to implement y is equal to a. See, one shortcut is what? You know that pull up network is the complement of dual of pull down network. So what I told you about dual property in my previous video is, if pull up network is connected in parallel, pull down will be having the same transistors connected in series and vice versa. So here also, if your A and B are in parallel, so PMOS to PMOS A and B should be in series. But because you are in the starting phase of learning, so what I recommend you is you go step by step. So now that means for pull up network you have to start with y, and y is a plus b whole bar. So what actually y will be equal to? Y is equal to a bar dot b bar Okay, so now what is the whole flow for pull-up network is output is Y. Yes, output is Y. We are going to implement the pull-up network. Pull-up network will consist of what? It consists of PMOS transistors. First thing. Now we know we have to use PMOS transistor. So second question is how many PMOS transistors are required? Because two inputs are there, we will be needing two PMOS transistor. Now you know the number of transistor. Now you should figure out in what fashion they should be connected. So because dot sign is there, so they should be connected in series. So let us first make two PMOS transistors connected in series. So these are your two PMOS transistors connected in series. Okay, and pull-up network is always connected to VDD, and the output will be Y in between the pull-up network and the pull-down network. Now let us come to the inputs. So for pull-up network, what I told you is if A bar is there, you will give input as A, and if B bar is there, you will give input as B. The inputs get complemented because of this PMOS. PMOS is active low. That means whenever input is low, it behaves as high, and whenever input is high, it behaves as low. So this completes your CMOS two input NOR implementation. Two input means inputs are two, A and B. If it is three input, then inputs will be A, B and C, and the connections will be same. Here you will increase one more transistor, you will connect one more transistor C in parallel, and here one PMOS in series. So this is your implementation. Don't worry about this alignment. Okay, you can make this B this side also and in the opposite side also, it does not matter. So now we have to verify the truth table also. See, because implementation is not enough. Okay, you need to verify that you have made this correct or not. So let us make the truth table also and verify it here itself. So A and B are your two inputs and Y is the output. So when both inputs A and B are 0, let us name the transistors 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when inputs A and B are 0, 0. So you know that at input 0 which transistor turn on? PMOS. And here A and B both are 0. That means both transistor 1 and 2 will be on. So when both the transistors are on in series, then your output will be connected to VDD. So output will be 1. When A is 0, B is 1. Okay, at that time which one transistor will be on? A is 0, that means A will be on, this 1 will be on, but 2 will be off. Okay, so that means Y cannot be equal to 1. Why? Because for series connection, all the transistors should be on. Correct? So we come to the pull down network. Here A is 0, that means 3 will also be off, but B is 1, that means 4 is on. So that means Y will be equal to 0. Similarly, when A is 1, Y is 0, at that time what will happen? A is 1, that means 1 is off, 2 is on, but it is not good enough to provide you the output equal to VDD. Then we come to the pull down network. Here A is 1, that means 3 is on and 4 is off, but only 3 transistor is good enough to give us output as 0. And when A and B both are 1, that means whole pull down network will be off, and A and B are on, that means it will be 0. But if suppose this value, see here, because both are connecting to ground, that means it will be more lower than the above value. So if 0, this 0 is suppose equal to 0.002 suppose, then it will be approximately 0.001, that means more nearer to 0. So this is how you can implement your CMOS 2 input NOR gate, and this is the implementation. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.